What did the Fray say while they were playing Riichi Mahjong? Everyone sees I'm last, and my hand's bad, it is not fast. With 8 tiles left in our South 4, I Riichi call, I risk it all. Welcome back to Mahjong Soul. My name's Yusong. Hope you're having a good day wherever you are. Look, I gotta be honest with you right now. I'm recording in the middle of a flippin' hurricane, okay? There's been a hurricane, especially if you're in an area affected by it. I hope you doing okay, because this video will release tomorrow. Dude, not only was there a hurricane today, and we'll get into the Jade Room, and we're gonna talk about the game eventually, right? But I gotta tell you this, not only is there like a hurricane, and luckily for me, it's not like windy outside. It's just coming down in terms of the rain. There was also an earthquake today. I was sitting on my couch. I was watching some competitive League of Legends on YouTube. Hey! We all got our hobbies. I don't yuck your yum. I was watching some competitive League of Legends. Ooh! I was watching some competitive League of Legends, and I was like, I felt like some shaking, but I wasn't sure. And I was like, was I just shaking? And so I like shook my legs a little bit. And I was like, oh yeah, I guess I was just shaking my legs a little bit harder than normal when I'm watching videos. And then I was like, and then my phone started going wee woo, and I was like, oh no. Like this is a world premiere. This is a very dangerous thing. Luckily, as far as I know, everyone's okay. Didn't seem to be that bad of an EQ. What am I, a Pokemon ground type move? I shouldn't be making jokes about it, but here I am. It was a little bit scary. Sheesh, dude, look at this hand. This hand is incredible. We're 2 tiles away from Tenpai. We want to draw into a good tile. We don't want to just pawn and chi for everything, because if we pawn and chi for everything, we risk getting into a, how you say, honky tonky single tile wait. I could have kept the 1 there. I could have kept the 1 for you know, a 1, 2, 3 as well. I mean, I suppose it's not really that much better than the 5, 7. Okay, this is interesting. Now we can chi and get onto a single tile wait, but at least other people don't know that we're on a single tile wait, right? And this isn't terrible. For example, if we chi into the 4 or the 7, we discard like a 5, we wait on a 7. But if we draw into something like a 4 of circles, or not the 8 of circles anymore, because we're gonna end up in Zuzzy Ferritin jail, but there's ways that we can improve this hand. Not by that though. I don't know. How would I con this hand? Okay. It doesn't go without saying that I don't con this hand, right? I think I do it. Oh my God. It's the greatest con I've ever called in my entire life. I just have to pray that nobody else has gotten into Tenpai. So what are we waiting for right now? The 8 of circles, unfortunately, we've discarded, but if we draw into 1, we can throw away the 5 of circles, and it's not that bad. What we're waiting for right now is a 5 of characters, not very likely to come out, and an 8 of characters, which was the original Dora, and we were waiting on that. Oh, look at this, we gave Right Lord 3 Dora. This is why you don't con recklessly, but I think that was okay, and we don't even have to pay the dealer penalty, baby. So it's not that bad, but that was a pretty exciting first round, I'm not gonna lie. That felt pretty good. As exciting as a professional League of Legends game? I would say so. I don't know if I told you this, but when I was super into League of Legends, when I was super Omega depressed, when I was really into League of Legends, because their headquarters is in here in sunny Southern California, I went there to watch like a studio game. This wasn't like the playoffs or anything, but I went to watch a studio game. I got to meet some of the players after. Sheesh! I'm gonna call it the earliest Riichi. I know that we can't exactly get the Red Dragon Yaku anymore, and not only that, this doesn't even qualify as a Riichi Pinfu hand, because our pair is a dragon pair. You can't do Pinfu if your pair is either a dragon tile or the Seat Wind or the Prevalent Wind, right? So this is a little bit unfortunate for us, but it's a really nice Riichi. We got a million tiles that we could draw that could be good. We could draw the red 5. Not only that, Riichi allows for things like Sumo, allows for things like Oradora. So I think this is a pretty strong I think this is a pretty strong early game, Riichi. I liked it. I liked watching competitive esports live. Do I think it's the future? Honestly, it's got like really good potential, right? Of course, it's like, I think you're gonna have a hard time convincing your parents to take it seriously as a sport, but I think that's like a losing argument, you know what I mean? And we stay as the dealer. Oopsie poopsie, did I do that? Riichi Sumo, show me an Oradora for the fans at home. Okay, never mind. The fans at home are absolutely devastated. Like, I think it's like a little bit tough to try to convince like quote unquote traditional sports fans, right? They're listening to they're listening to Carrie Underwood sing the theme for Monday Night Football or Sunday Night Football. I can't remember. It's hard to convince them to take it seriously as a sport, but like this new generation, you don't need to win them over. You know what I mean? Like the world is so big and like so many people have access to the internet that you could just corner a new market. Anyway, welcome to Yusong's marketing tips. It's my latest pivot for this channel. Not only do I have the funniest jokes of all time, not only do I have the greatest Riichi Mahjong gameplay of all time, but I also do financial consulting just for free. Just for free in case there's any esports organizations listening. Okay, what do we want to see here? Dude, we just want to see another green dragon. Why am I touching my hair so much? It's a new haircut, dude. I don't really know how to style it yet. And as a result, it sometimes looks awkward, okay? Sometimes looks awkward. Yeah, I'm insecure about it, so what? At least I'm being honest. Okay, so this is a interesting position. So the dream for us right now is to still pawn into the green dragon, Avi, broski, and to discard a 2 of circles, waiting on a 1 or a 4 of circles. It's a little bit tricky. Right Lord has started to discard some good stuff, right? They haven't discarded any circle tiles. We should be careful about that. Left Lord's also starting to discard some good stuff, but who needs... Oh my, just unbelievable. Just divine. Just divine. Just divine. Holy moly. You gotta con that one. You gotta con that tile. It's for the green dragon, for Dora. This is a dealer Mongod, folks. For the fans at home, this is 12,000 points for us if we run or if we sumo. Sheesh! Get slurped on, bozo. Hold these L's for... No, I'm just kidding. But maybe consider folding. We're definitely going to go back into the logs and do a little bit of judgment. Jason, dude, how have we been playing? His mind is broken. Folks, his mind is broken. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I had 9 out of 13 orphans and I didn't go for it. The reason that I didn't go for it is because I wanted to go for this. I wanted to start pawning up a storm and going for the flush in the... oh my God. Unbelievable luck. Are you seeing this? It's like being born into the Bill Gates family. Are you kidding me? No offense to my parents. Shout out to the 607s out there. Okay, sorry. Lame and silly. 607 is the area code for Ithaca, New York. If you didn't know. I said this on stream, but I thought it was really funny, so I'm gonna say it here. I don't want garden hose in every single area code. I don't want that. What I want more than anything in my life is deep friendships in every area code. I think that would be really, oh my God, really nice. So what are we waiting for here? What do we want to see? The nut draw for us right now is a 1 of circles. I'm not conning this. I think that would be a little too foolish. I think that genuinely it would be a little too foolish to con this. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, I think you're all right, but that won't keep me warm in the middle of the night. We want to wait on a... I would have loved to keep the West Wind in retrospect. Was I genuinely supposed to discard the 1 of circles instead? Maybe I was supposed to discard the 1 of circles instead. Because look at this. 1 of those was already discarded by this point. This is a scary tile, but at least a crossword is willing to... was just willing to be kind and throw one for us, clearing out a path, right? All right, we want to see a 5 of circles. For sure, for sure. Left Lord calls the Riichi. We can stay in Tenpai. I mean, it's a good situation for us. I'm not gonna lie to you. What is the nut draw for us right now? The nut draw for us, obviously, 5 of circles. 5 of circles would be bingo town, okay? I don't even know what that is. I just coined a new phrase to describe to you how happy I would be if we can't do that though, right? Yeah, that's a little, too zuzzy on the beat for me. That's a little too zuzzy on the beat. I'm gonna discard the 4 of circles. I'm not gonna give them a red 5 of bamboo. I understand we're in the dealer's seat, but it's not all ogre for us, by the way. We have 3 guaranteed tiles of safety in this white dragon. It's not like, you know, we've pawned ourselves into oblivion. Sometimes I call pawn and it really screws me. Sometimes I call pawn and then you genuinely pawn yourself into oblivion. You have no safe tiles with which to fold. And in that case, you're absolutely right to just push forward into the night. Wow. Waiting on their seat win for the world to change? What is this? Riichi, seat win Dora. They hit an Aura Dora and they have enough mini points so that even though this is a 4-on hand, still gets them the Mongam for a natural 8,000. Right Lord is tilted. Look, I understand we're nowhere close to having Neuralink capabilities where you can project your thoughts onto the internet. But I can tell, right, Lord? Tilted out of their GD minds right now. I feel you. We've all been there. I still have nightmares of dealing into someone else's Riichi with a white dragon. There was different because it was literally impossible for us. It was literally impossible for us to deal in with the white dragon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5 shapes in our hand, and I should have counted those before I recklessly threw away the 1 of circles, but the 1 of circles is a little redundant with this 3-4 in our hand, right? I would love to pawn the Southwind at a time like this, but I don't think that we want it right now. Excuse me, but we're not in the South round quite yet. We're still in East 3, and we've got a long ways to go. So we drew into another 3 of circles, so all but cementing the Southwind as our pair for this hand. We just want to see good tiles right now. We would love to see something like a 7 of characters or a 2 of bamboo. You'll notice, by the way, that we have 6 shapes in our hand, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So my thinking is the one that we finished between this, I mean, it was just discarded. Let's play to crush some dreams. Let's negate the opportunity for someone to have an epic comeback moment, right? A little Rocky 2 kind of a moment. Never seen it. I know he runs up the stairs though. Whichever one we finish first, we're gonna discard the other one. That's what we're gonna go for. Left Lord seems like they have a pretty good hand, right? They're willing to discard, or they're pawning. They're willing to discard the Dora. A lot of things are going right for them. So they had a 6-6-7 shape. They discard the 6. Okay, we don't really know what they're going for, but that 2 of characters could spell out that they have a 4-5 of characters in their hand. So let's be a little bit careful around 3s and 6s. This is not necessarily a baseless claim. Sure, a terminal tile. I'm willing to discard a terminal tile at a time like this. It feels okay. At a certain point though, if they're willing to discard like something really, really good, we should consider just folding with the South Winds and closing our eyes and pretending that they've called Riichi, because I don't want to deal into whatever this is. If it is a big enough hand, which would be, I'm gonna go for it. This feels so stupid though. Okay, but like two of the 5s had passed previously. Right Lord calls the Riichi. Now we 100% fold. So I'm gonna be honest with you. I shouldn't have thrown that 5 of circles. I was getting way too greedy and trying to throw out a potentially hazardous tile before things got really spicy, like someone calls Riichi or something. Okay, Left Lord is willing to throw out a 6 of characters. I suppose that's relatively safe. It's inside Suji. Now that we know that the 7 of circles is safe, let's take a look at Left Lord's hand. They end up sumoing it. Okay, nothing we can really do about that one, unfortunately. So our 2 read was a little bit incorrect. They did not have a 4-5 in their hand. They had a 6-7. That 2 was just a floating 2. Sometimes it's gonna happen. Sometimes they stay out playing Riichi Mahjong. All right, Right Lord continuously getting slurped. They call the Riichi there out of desperation. Hey, we've all been there. Sometimes you got to swipe right on every single tile that you come across, just trying to make it work in your hand. This hand is not bad. There's like a remote possibility for like a 2-3-4 mixed triple sequence. There's a remote possibility for all symbols. There's also a very real possibility that I just draw the world's least useful tiles, especially if we're talking about honor tiles. That's interesting. That's okay. How am I doing otherwise? I don't know. I like days like today. Like romantic, and I don't mean romantic like getting a smooch on the cheek. Ugh, what am I, 80 million years old? I don't mean, so I say the word romantic a lot, but it's not what you plebs think romantic means. Or I don't know, maybe it is. I like rainy days because it's like capital R romantic. You know what I mean? I don't know. I guess I'm just too cool and deep for normal society. What am I doing with this hand? This hand is going nowhere fast, and I've discarded all my safe tiles. This feels really, really bad. Okay, this is an okay shape. Look at these shapes, man. I can't win with these cats. A crossword is going for the world's most obvious half flush in the character suit, so we have to be a little bit careful of the character tiles we're willing to discard. Sure, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Those can be our shapes, but I don't know. I don't really know what to do here. What we really want to see happen is drawing into a 3 of characters or a 5 of characters. That way, we can get rid of our like extra tile, right? Our character tiles are going to be our most dangerous tile. What are we, hunting our fellow man in an epic short story, or just not an epic short story necessarily, but just a very well-renowned short story? What do I think is romantic? Okay, this is like romantic, but not in like the dating sense, okay? Is this romantic, but not in the dating sense? What do I think is romantic? Drinking hot chocolate on a chilly winter day. Like alone. I think that is romantic. What do I think is romantic? Sitting in your kitchen at night with an overhead lamp. What do I think is romantic? Being a bunch of dogs and playing poker. Now that is false. That is a joke. That is a comedy moment. There's that painting of the dogs playing poker. I don't know if that painting is necessarily like a romantic, obviously not a romantic era painting, but you know, paintings get conflated with being romantic all the time. I don't know. Let me know if you, please, if you have any romantic moments that you've recently been in or you've recently experienced, let me know in the comments down below. This is especially made funny by the fact that this could be someone's first video. Oh, hey, I really like Riichi Mahjong. Mahjong Soul looks like a cool client. Oh, who's this handsome fellow on this thumbnail? I guess I'll click on this video. Why are all the comments saying my favorite romantic thing? Sledding at sunset. Like, why are all the comments like that? That's weird as heck, man. What's going on here? All right, this hand looks pretty good. We definitely want to pawn the south winds, right? Most likely the four of bamboos are going to be our pair. Why do we especially want to pawn the south wind? Because not only are they the prevalent wind, they're also our seat wind. So this is a great moment for us. Now things get a little bit interesting. Like, we could draw into a 3 of bamboo and then use the 5 of characters as our pair. So that's interesting, I suppose. Has anyone discarded anything good? I'm gonna move for this. I'm gonna move for this for sure. And do I discard the 3-5 because it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Yeah, sure. I know this is a little bit tricky because the 5 of circles is close to the door, the 6 of circles. But I think this 5-3 shape is the weakest shape that we have right now. Consider this just like a regular. Oh, okay. The 1-3-5 would have been okay, but like the 2-4-4 shape is strong, right? We can finish it with a 3 of Oh, that is so interesting, dude. That is so interesting. But I don't think that we want it. I don't know right now. It's really tricky right now. It's genuinely really tricky. Right Lord calls the Riichi. This is a spicy situation. Do we have any safe tiles with which we can throw? I'm not sure. Sure. I'll do a little bit of cheating. It's not like we can play that defensively anyway. We can maybe... Oh, why am I doing this though? That is a great question. Just fold with the south wind. So this is a bad situation. This is a terrible situation for us. I have really made some grave errors. I'll throw a 9 of characters. So now what are we praying for? We're praying to draw characters, or excuse me, we're praying to draw tiles that have been discarded already. I kind of pawned myself into oblivion. Yeah, that's an interesting tile. Okay. So can they have a 3/4 in their hand? They could have a 3/4 of bamboo in their hand. It's a little bit risky right now. We're just hoping to see some safe tiles. There's a Dora tile that is interesting. 2 Dora are visible. 2 Dora are still visible. Left Lord they don't have a flush, right? They've discarded way too many circle tiles for that to happen. So they were waiting on a 5 of bamboo and an 8 of bamboo. That 2, 5, and 8 of bamboo were looking very, very suspicious. Right Lord not looking completely dead in the water yet, right? They still have, I think, unless I'm wrong. No, absolutely, I'm not wrong. Sasuke Yusong, he's never wrong. They will have another chance as the dealer seat too, and we've seen a lot of epic comebacks on this channel recently. Of course, you know, whenever I get into a tricky situation, it never is the case. Whenever I have a he's complaining. Old man yells at Cloud. Whenever I have a Mangon hand in South 4 and I'm sitting in last place and all I need is a Mangon, somebody just slurps me up with an all simples. Is this fair to you? How come the 1% of our opponents get 99% of the epic comebacks? This is interesting because the tile that is the most redundant in our hand is also, oh my god, it's the Dora. Why would I ever do that? It's not just 1 Han, it's 2 Han. Goku, oh, we would have drawn into the 5/6. Dude. Okay. This hurts. Call me a rental car company the way this hurts. This is awful. What did I just do? I just threw away my future. Oh my god. Okay, well, the 6/8 is okay, I suppose. We drew into a 1/2/3. We're 1 tile away from Tenpai. The nut draw for us right now, 7 of bamboo. You show me your paycheck right now, I quit my job and I work for you. You show me a 7 of bamboo, I will quit my job and work for you as well. What do I do in this situation if we draw into a 7 of bamboo? We do not call Riichi here. We let other people fly into our spider's web. I think I've enjoyed staying in Damaten in situations where we don't necessarily have to call Riichi. Unfortunately, this green dragon, we're not going to be able to make it work in our hand, and so let's discard it earlier so that if someone pawns it, at least they don't Ron us later in the game, right? Left Lord hasn't discarded any bamboo, but it doesn't look like they're going for a flush considering their first discards, right? We're honor tiles. Right Lord starting to discard some good stuff. A Cross Lord also starting to discard some good stuff. This is a great situation. So what tiles get us into Tenpai? A 5 or an 8 of characters, and a 5 or a 7 of bamboo. So we have a lot of potential tiles that could work for us right now. Okay, interesting. Of course, it's a little bit risky, right? If we draw into the like, there's some instances. Oh, this is such a risky tile, dude. The 8 could come from I don't know. Okay, I guess it's not that risky. Okay, Right Lord calls the Riichi. Baby, you got lucky because you're rocking with the best. We still definitely want to see a 7 of bamboo. 7 of bamboo would be perfect. We could even chi into it, throw the 1, guaranteed safe tile for Right Lord at least, and then B in Tenpai for an all simples hand. Oh, baby, that would be delicious. Oh, I can't chi this because then we don't have all simples anymore. Oh, call me a rental car company the way that hurts. What is Left Lord doing? They're willing to discard the 5 of bamboo, which is the Dora in this situation. I will chi here and happily accept the Tenpai. So it feels and looks like Left Lord definitely in Tenpai right now. I'll tell you something right now. If we draw into a dangerous tile, don't get too married to this hand, okay? I might still very much fold this hand if we draw into a dangerous tile. What's a dangerous tile? I don't know, but I'll know it when I see it, you know? White Dragon is a little zuzzy, but it's not terrible. This is a dangerous tile. Yep, I'm gonna fold here. So the 1 of circles and the 4 of circles, like they could have a 2/3 very, very easily in their hand, and that is what I'm afraid of. Not only that, they could have a 3/4 in their hand. There's just so little information around this particular shape in the circle suit that I'm not willing to risk the entire family farm over this. It would be lucky if someone else discards like a 5 of circles or excuse me, a 4 of circles and shows that it's safe. So that we could maybe get into Tenpai, but I'm not gonna hold my breath. Yeah, unfortunately, it looks like we're just gonna lose our dealer seat, but guess what? It remains, we get to stay in first place. Show me the 1 and the 4. So, it wasn't the 1 and the 4, but it was the 2 and the 5. We were very, very cautious about the lower value circle tiles, and our spidey senses were a little bit correct there. We don't even get to hang on to first place, but that is a-okay. That is a-okay. Sheesh, my dude. Okay, all right. This is interesting. Oh, you're gonna make me act up, aren't you? Dude, all triplets is such a bait. All triplets is such a bait. Maybe 7 pairs with this hand. Maybe 7 pairs with this hand, right? We got 4 pairs in our hand. The tile that I would pawn most readily right now, which is a very funny sentence to say for some reason. It's just like a very erudite. What am I, in the British Parliament right now? The tile that we would most likely pawn right now. I'm discussing foreign policy. Ah, I want to pawn with somebody. I can't. I know. We could go for all triplets. At this point, it's like too late for us. At this point, I think it is genuinely too late for us, and we just need to go for 7 pairs. I could have pawned. I could have had 3 completed triplets. I could have had 4 completed triplets, maybe? No, 3 completed triplets. We would have had our 4th. Okay, that is interesting. That is definitely interesting. We want to throw away the 2. The 2 is a little bit zuzzy. It's close to the 4 of characters, which in this case is the Dora. Do I ever start pawning now? Do I? Because it's still, there's still the chance. It's really unlikely though, because you know how we've like turned up our nose at a lot of these pawning opportunities, these POs in the past. Now there's only 1 copy left of the West Wind. There's only 1 copy left of the East Wind, the 1 of Bamboo, the 9 of Bamboo. We're 1 tile away from, oh, who lives in a pineapple under the sea? I don't think that we do this. Keep in mind, our hand is not even that bad. We're 1 tile away from Tenpai. Not only that, we're guaranteed a zuzzy wait. No matter what we draw, we can wait on a terminal tile or an honor tile. You know, we don't have to wait on this 2 of Bamboo, despite, you know, regardless of what we end up drawing. If we draw the Dora, we can keep that in our hand as well. Although at this point, I'm kind of inclined to throw it away. All I want to do is have some fun. I got a feeling I'm not the only one. All I want to do right now is get like 2,000 points so that I can overtake first place. I don't need a monster badonkadonk hand, okay? I don't need a monster badonkadonk hand. In this economy, with these wages, no thank you. The 1 of circles is not what we're looking for, but a 7 pairs hand, 7 pairs is just enough. A nice 2 on hand to end this round. Crossword is going to sumo what looks to be a giant hand. Wow, 3 Dora, all simples, red 5. This is a Mongun. This is a Mongun. And mixed triple sequence. What? Red. Oh my god. This is a Hanemon. Do you think they saw the mixed triple sequence? I'm going to be honest. I don't know if they saw the mixed triple sequence. Mixed triple sequence is impossible to see. If you're not making the greatest jokes of all time. Hashtag this stream. So embarrassing. Okay, what are we looking at here? We need 4,000 points to get first place. Riichi, Pinfu, Dora, Sumo could get us there. So like Orador, right? So there's some chances for us. We just need to keep an open heart and an open mind. 1, 2, 3, mixed triple sequence. Mixed triple sequence, Dora, that's only 2 Han. Of course, if we do that mixed triple sequence closed, that's another story entirely, but his hand's starting to take shape a little bit. 3 pairs in our hand, a little bit awkward. 6 shapes in our hand, also a little bit awkward. The worst shape that we have right now is this 1, 2 of circles. I could very easily see myself getting rid of the 1 of circles. It's one of our more redundant tiles, right? And just keeping the 2, 4, 4 shape. But in doing that, I would turn up my nose at the 1, 2, 3 mixed triple sequence potentiality, right? Oh, there's another red dragon, but I think it was a mistake to keep it. We just want to get into Tenpai as fast as possible and just have the best tile acceptancy as possible. What are our outs here? Getting into Tenpai and calling Riichi is out number 1. Out number 2 is like left lord deals into a cross lord and we get we get second place that way, but that doesn't feel that good. So we got 4 pairs in our hand right now. No album out. Okay, this hand is slowly starting to take shape. What do we want to see here? We want to see like a 2 of characters. We want to see a 3 of circles. Both of those would be really, really lovely. I'll even, if you're going to force me to morb, Senator, if you're going to force me to morb, to manifest a little bit, I would love to see a 3 of circles before that, right? We get to throw away our more risky tile, the 4 of circles. This has been a pretty spicy game. I'm going to be honest, like sometimes, you know, sometimes the tiles, there's not that much to talk about. Like the stakes aren't that high. So in those situations, oh my God. I can't keep this. Dude, I was thinking about it. I promise you I was thinking about it. Like at that point when we had drawn the 2 of bamboo, the reason that I tore up the 1, because I was like 7 pairs. Like genuinely there was a chance for 7 pairs. I didn't go for it because we ended up drawing into some good stuff. But now it's coming back to bite me. Okay, please, just any furtherance of these shapes. Ugh, yuck. Okay, it's okay, I suppose. We could have kept the 4-6-6 shape, but I don't necessarily want to like forsake any of these other shapes. We can't even go for all simples right now, which really, really hurts. Ah, this is tricky. This is very tricky indeed. Right Lord hasn't discarded any character tiles. It's a little bit tricky. I could just be playing safe right now and protecting 3rd place, but that's also not very exciting, right? Anyway, some games, you know, just don't have that like tension to them. This game, and in those games, I will end up divulging my most embarrassing like childhood memories, as is the YouTuber credo, right? Like that's just gonna be fair. But I've noticed that we've talked about this game a lot today. Right Lord calls the Riichi. Anyone else could deal into Right Lord? Oh, I could call Riichi. Nope. I simply refuse to. Bartleby the Scrivener. We could still get back into Tenpai super duper easily with this hand. It's not impossible for us. 4 of bamboo. At least it's inside Suji. It's okay. We could even chi into a 4 of characters and go all simples and have an open hand. What do we do here? We don't have to call Riichi. The extra 1,000 points from the Riichi stick is nice. This is Pinfu Dora Riichi stick. This is enough for us to take 2nd place. And I'm happy enough with it. I'm happy enough with it. If we get a direct hit off of a crosslord, this might even be enough to take 1st place, especially if someone's willing to throw a 9 of circles, which feels exceptionally safe at a time like this. All right, I mean, that's fine for us. I'll take the 2nd. Should've played safe, bozo. Riichi, 2 red 5. Hey, a moral victory. Moral victory for us. I think it was absolutely right to turn away from our first Tenpai and realize that the 2nd Tenpai was well within our reach. Whoa, she's signing her name in the middle of the air like you're doing a you're keeping a camera with like a long exposure and you're writing the thing with a sparkler. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. We're almost there, and by almost there I mean almost to the halfway point. Sheesh. Oh baby, I mean I'll take it. I'll take it. There's a lot to go. There's a lot to digest in the logs as well, right? In the logs, like there have been people dealing it. There were definitely people dealing in. Yeah, this hand I needed to look at especially. So, what? Oh my God. Sometimes you have to say no to this Mongon though. Do you call Riichi? No. But like 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 4, 5, 5, 5. Do you have Tenpai with this hand? I am waiting on the 1s and the 4s. You're waiting on a 7? You're in Tenpai for a 7? Or is that just me? No, you're in Tenpai, or is that someone else? No, that's you. How is this? What are the shapes in this hand? So it'd have to be 7, 8, 9. And then the 6 has to be like a 4, 5, 6. And this is a triplet. The 4 is your pair, and Zendaya is Michi. Closed full flush, which is 6 Han, plus red 5, 7 Han. Plus pure straight close. This is a 9 Han hand. Are you kidding me? You would have 1, 2, 3. This is your pair. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh my God, this is a disgusting hand. And all you have to do is push a terminal. But like the 7s, you're never gonna. Dude, this is the tragedy of it all. You're never gonna get the 7s. I have 3 of them. I mean, maybe, right? If I draw the last one, I probably won't want to call the con. Wow, and these discards are so inconspicuous too. Yeah, I can understand why you would be psychologically destroyed after this. I can understand why you'd be psychologically destroyed. And then here comes the second deal in. So what happens here? A crossword calls the Riichi a few turns ago. You're not really in Tenpai. You deal in with the North Winds trying to stay safe. Did you have anything else in your hand? I don't mean to disparage you. The 7 is only like marginally safer. This is an honor tile and you have 2 of them. It's so unlikely that someone else has 2, and yet you deal in. That's so unlucky. This is genuinely super unlucky. Because I could see myself doing the same thing. But like, what's the best case scenario for your hand? 5, 6, 7, mixed triple sequence, pure double sequence, Pinfu? All simples? Yeah, but like, you're really far away from that. I can see what you're envisioning, but you're really far away from that. And you would have to like get rid of some scary stuff to get there, dude. You could like throw the 7 and just hope for more information, right? Like the other tiles that would be drawn 2, and then they would discard a 2, and then 8 of circles. I don't know. You can hope for more information as well. It's tough because it's not like you have a lot to necessarily fold with. I can't even fault you for this. I genuinely, like, I want to, but I can't even fault you. I dealt in. I shot the sheriff with this hand. What happened here? No one called Riichi. I throw a 4 because it's not really our game plan. The 7 comes from doesn't come from a 5, 6. Who do I deal into here? I deal into left lord. They look like they could have had a flush. Oh my god, they look like they could have had a flush. But like their tiles, they haven't discarded anything good. You know what I mean? They haven't discarded like a 5 of bamboo, a 5 of characters. Doesn't necessarily look that way. What was I going for? Dude, this hand was awful. I should have honestly... I should have just folded with this hand, right? Close your eyes. Pretend someone's in Tenpai. Just start folding. I don't know. This is like okay. Luckily, it was small potatoes, but it could have been a lot. It could have been a lot worse. And then this last hand, what happened? You're in second place right now. Oh, Tenpai, it's so good. A single tile wait on the 4 of circles. This is not a... They could still have a 7, 8 in their hand. 3 8s are visible, 2 7s are visible. What do you deal in with? Wait. Oh, they're waiting on a closed wait for the 6. Interesting. Interesting. But they have to call a Riichi and hope for 2 Oradora. Like Riichi, red 5, 2 Oradora. That's still only a Mongon. They would have to pray for like Sumo Ipatsu for a Hanemon. And not only that, they would have to pray that that Hanemon like is a direct hit off of me. But even then, that might not be enough. Yeah, this is a weird situation. I think you're kind of screwed here. I think you needed to wait and pray for the 5, 6, 7 mixed triple sequence as well. That's 2 extra Han for you, you know? I don't know. It's really tough in situations like this when you're in last place. But I think in this case, maybe wait a little. Like, you're going to lose no matter what, you know? Even if you run this hand, you're still going to lose. So wait for, like, the monster hand. Like, Pinfu, 5, 6, 7 mixed triple sequence. Maybe a 3rd red 5. I don't know. I don't know, right? But that's just, like, a really tough situation. Maybe they're just tilted and want to get out of the game. Fair enough, right? All right, that's going to do it for today. If you enjoy the video, if you enjoy the song, you enjoy the genre, make sure to leave a like and a comment. It helps out the channel a lot. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future, new videos every day. Hey, I stream on Twitch Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 4 p.m. PST. Link is down below in the description. I hope to see you there, along with our Discord and our VODs channel. Until next time, please stay safe, please be kind to yourself, and please take care of yourself, okay? I'll talk to you soon. Peace.